Disclaimer!
Harley Quinn has her own animated TV show, and it's pretty good. Now all the reviews I've seen from non-critics are people saying that it's a man-hating show for feminist libtards, and really isn't. This show got a second season that I'm actually pretty excited to watch, so I thought I'd go ahead and review the first one. And yes, I know, the first season's been out for 3 months, and the second season is almost over. Shut up. Till Death Do Us Part is a pretty standard first episode, and introduces the viewer to some of the main and side characters without overdoing and complicating it. It also establishes Harley's origin in the universe and her ultimate plan for the series. Also, the episode has a bunch of funny jokes.
Calendar Man, how long has she been in here?
Oh, hey, Ivy, 183 days.
Oh, sure. You remember the incarceration date of porn clown over here, but not your own son's birthday.
For the last time, I'm sorry, Debbie. Come on, I know it's June-ish.
It's okay, Daddy. I brought you this cactus to keep you covered.
There ain't no plant life within 50 yards of poison ivy, you moron!
No wonder your dad doesn't remember your birthday.
He's not coming.
That is just one person's opinion.
He's not coming!
How the fuck do you know? You're all fucking insane. And where is that stupid neighbor kid I hired to water them, for fuck's sake?
He quit after a week. Very unprofessional.
Really, Frank? What if his parents come to look for him?
Unlikely.
Poison Ivy, Harley Quinn, and Gotham's funniest villain, the Riddler.
Screw that guy! Name someone funnier than me, Stan.
Harley?
What? No! Women aren't funny.
I care about you so much that I spent my entire Saturday setting up something this fucking stupid.
Yeah, you know, why am I still wearing this thing?
I do not know.
I really like Commissioner Gordon in the series, to be honest. It's completely different from the comics, and I've seen criticism of it, but I just honestly do not care. I find it so entertaining to watch. Poison Ivy is easily the best character in the show, but we'll get into that later. She's really great at showing the viewer inside the show, watching Harley and Joker's annoying relationship. And then there's Frank, who's the second funniest character in the show.
Where am I?
I did not ask for a fucking roommate.
Can't believe I wasted years of my life on that idiot clown.
Oh, boo fucking who? I spent 10 years in a dog park. Come talk to me after St. Bernard shits on your face.
Also, a little thing I wanted to mention is I like how you can hear a slight bit of Joker's voice in the beginning of the episode. Overall, it's a fine episode. I know that seems weird given how I just list off a bunch of things I loved about it, but Harley and Joker's back and forth is just so fucking annoying to watch that I wouldn't really see myself coming back to it. 5 out of 10. A High Bar is easily the worst episode in this series. Joker is really annoying with how cruel he is to everyone. Harley is insanely annoying as well with how obsessed she is with the Joker, which I get why her character is like this, and trust me, I can relate, but it doesn't make it an enjoyable experience. Kite Man is introduced, and he's really fucking annoying as well. And to top it all off, this episode is filled with a bunch of kids. Yep, this episode revolves around Harley going to a bar mitzvah to try to impress the Legion of Doom and embarrass Joker, and it is not enjoyable to watch in the slightest. The jokes in here are mostly misses, especially this one. And once again, Ivy is the best thing about this episode. Wayne's also introduced, and he is so good. And Scarecrow is introduced as well, which is a really special character to me, given how he's voiced by Raul Coley. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to pronounce his name. And I fucking loved him in iZombie, but we'll get more into Scarecrow a bit later. Anyways, Harley and Ivy teaming up at the end was great, and Joker getting publicly embarrassed was also satisfying, but other than that, this episode sucked. 1 out of 10. So, you need a crew. It's about Harley getting a crew. This episode also has its ups and downs. Psycho is really great, and the joke they do twice of the world literally stopping when he says cunt is really funny.
That really hurt, you A person who is leaving you! Why you get back here, you miserable!
Queen of Fables is also a really entertaining character.
Hey, I'm looking for the Queen of Fables.
You just found her, sweetie. No, what are you looking up there for? No, here, the book, me.
I'm stuck in this bullshit.
But then you get Maxi Zeus and Clayface. Now, Clayface isn't that bad, but he gets progressively worse throughout the show. And even in this episode, he has this really annoying moment.
Clayface, you go knock on the front door and pretend to be the mailman to distract him.
What do we know about this mailman? What are his dreams, his fears, his raison d'etre?
Who gives a shit? You're just a mailman.
Brilliant! That's what the world sees. Just a mailman. But yes, we know better, don't we? He was a horribly neglected little boy. He grew up in a cage. The only time he heard rumblings from the outside world was when the mailman came, which is why he spent his whole life dreaming of being one.
Yeah, no, none of that. You're just a mailman. Deliver the mail.
One pet peeve I have about his character is the fact that when he's playing a role, you hear a lot of just Clayface's voice, which, I don't know, there's probably a reason why, but I just don't enjoy it at all. But then again, you get things like Zeus getting his ass kicked by Psycho, or the showing of how great of a relationship Frank and Ivy have.
I mean, I get by just fine on my own, so.
Your independence is quite inspiring.
Oh, can it, Frank?
I love you, Ivy.
So yeah, it's a hit or miss episode with Harley getting Spider-Man 2'd most of the time. 5 out of 10. Finding Mr. Right is about Harley trying to get a nemesis, and instead of getting one like Superman or Batman, she gets Robin the Boy Wonder. And oh my god, does he fucking suck in this! Holy shit, out of all the Robins they could have chose, they chose fucking Damian Wayne. And my god, is he so annoying in here. He pretty much only shows up in this one episode, at least for the season at least. And I'm so fucking glad, because I cannot stand this bitch. Besides Damian, this episode's pretty good. You have a great Psycho cunt joke.
We need a nemesis. Lex Luthor has Superman, Sinestro has Green Lantern, Psycho has his own inability to refrain from using the C-word.
My nemesis is Wonder Woman. Okay, I see what you're saying.
A beautiful aesthetic of the Batmobile, and Harley stealing it. Oh my god, this is so cool. Batman gets hit with a chair. I actually like Superman in this, which is a very good achievement because I have always found him boring. And then you get the introduction of the best character in the show, aside from Poison Ivy.
Damn it, Ty! I will move the trash bins! Oh my god!
King Shark is so fucking funny and has so many great lines in the show. And even for his first episode, he's got some great moments.
We put the profile up and we're not getting any bites.
Is that a shark joke? If so, it's very funny.
You're evicting me? On what grounds?
Your lease says no pets. Him! Well, that's racism. Or at the very least, xenophobic.
Also, Aquaman has a phone underwater. The only negatives I can think of, other than him, are the air horns, which is a reoccurring thing in this, and the Adam West Batman reference. Also, this episode pretty much takes the whole nemesis aspect and uses it as a double entendre for relationships and sex, which,
Okay.
Other than that, if you get rid of Damian, you have a 7 out of 10 episode, but he is so fucking annoying, he gives it a 6 out of 10. Being Harley Quinn is the best episode so far. For God's sake, we start off with a Suicide Squad reference. Like, how could I not love that?
That's a hard question to answer.
You got us uniforms? Ooh, Suicide Squad? Is that our name?
Ugh, it's a group that keeps trying to get me to join.
The episode starts and ends with Harley and Ivy trying to find a place after getting kicked out of the apartment. And between that, you get a really cool Mind Explorer episode and character development of Psy, the half-man, half-robot crippled landlord. And like I said, this episode's great. It's got some good jokes.
Oh, shit. Harley? Honey, can you hear me?
Dry clean only. Fuck this. Okay, who broke Harley?
Dude. Hey, whoa! Stop!
Unmouth her! I was just trying to give her CPR.
Where's Psycho?
Doctor Psycho.
What an ugly baby I have birthed.
Perfect place for a family.
Jesus Christ!
All right, the place isn't ready. You'll come back tomorrow. Tomorrow. Why aren't you moving? Tomorrow. Get out. Get out! You forgot the baby!
Are we trapped in here? You need to tell me right now if we're trapped in here, because I'm gonna freak the fuck out. What's gonna happen to my plants, man?
Girl, we need to get you friends.
Are you lost, little girl?
No need for tears, Munchkin. I'll help you find your way.
God, I hate
brain fist. All right. I got a plan. That was not the plan!
The whole Mind Explorer plot is really entertaining, and I love Sai, so having a subplot based on him, I'm all for it. And in the end, Harley changes her origin and her memory and finds a new layout for her crew. The one problem I found in this episode, and it's one that's kind of a reoccurring thing, is that very rarely is emotion one of the strong points with this show, but we'll get back to that later. Overall, a solid episode, 8 out of 10. You're a damn good cop, Jim Gordon shows Harley trying to get into the Legion of Doom and failing multiple times while also showing how selfish she is. The episode subplot is about Gordon and giving his character more development, showing him down his dumps about his marriage and Batman not caring, so the dude literally befriends Clayface's ham, which is fucking voiced by Tom Kenny, the voice of SpongeBob, and that is fucking hilarious. This episode also has a better emotional scene, probably being the third best in the season. And once again, King Shark is fucking great.
Harley, thank you for letting me use my brains for once. Most people don't let me be who I am. Daryl, if you ever bring me inferior toilet wine again, I'll be forced to shank you in the showers, and you know I don't want to do that. I like being cool, boss.
Hey, King, I am so sorry for leaving you here so long.
Oh, no problem. It allowed me to experience firsthand the failings of the prison industrial complex.
Yeah, fresh fish!
Now, fellas, look, I know it's just in fun, but what the fuck did I tell you about that word?
Oh, yeah, sorry, King.
Ooh, sorry about that.
Oh, they're learning. Baby steps. Right, Harley? I will kill each and every one of you with my bare hands if I have to!
Overall, this episode's pretty enjoyable, but it does have its annoyance, like Harley being completely selfish. And I get that she learns her lesson, but that whole thing just isn't really earned for me. Also, she continues being selfish anyways, so, 7 out of 10. The line brings us back to mediocre episodes. We're introduced to the Queen of Fable's full character, where she is so fucking evil. It does come with a few good jokes, though.
That guy ratted us out, so I killed that guy. Then everyone saw me kill that guy, so I killed everyone. You gotta end the bloodline and prevent any revenge killing. I mean, that's just evil 101.
I taught that class at Boston College, and we never covered anything this fucked up.
What the hell kind of fairy tale is he from?
Well, from the looks of him, one of those Danish ones that's super racist.
So what did I miss?
Oh my God, a lot, I guess.
And while Harley is failing at getting into the Legion of Doom, Ivy goes on a date with Kite Man, where he finds out that she's embarrassed of him, which I feel for both of them. And no surprise here, the emotion in the scene is okay. And they make up in the end, so The biggest problem I have with this episode is the Jason Praxis fight. He shows up and dies in the same episode. Nothing really happens but a couple funny jokes. But overall, I just feel like it was unnecessary and really boring. 5 out of 10. LODRSVP shows Harley finally getting into the Legion of Doom. And this opening shot is probably the best in the season. It's just so entertaining from start to finish. Anyway, Harley gets invited to Legion of Doom, takes a tour. Ivy finds out that they're only inviting Harley to get her to join, which for some reason Ivy decides to wait until last minute instead of immediately afterwards, which would be the better option. The episode's got a lot of funny jokes.
Did it, even though no one said I could run a crew.
What? Hello, hi. I said that you could run a crew.
Yeah, but you're my friend. I mean, come on, it's like when your mom says you're the prettiest girl in school.
That's what my mom said! Is that a fake diver and a castle?
Oh, no. That's a real diver, and you're free to eat him.
Woo! A real diver? A real diver? Is it my birthday?
That's just the pipes.
I need you to go ahead and explain that.
What did you say to me? Oh, I have not turned my back on the aquatic world. It turned its back on me. Oh, well, you can kindly go fuck yourself.
Chicken satay?
Yeah, sure. I will blow you up, you chicken satay.
If you won't deal with that noise-making abomination, then I will.
She's not an abomination. She's my sister. My sister.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need you to explain that.
People are not your enemy. Not my worst review.
I'm stomping on your face.
I was Langley's go-to cleaner. You know what go-to is? It's the guy you go to. Meet my sister, Muriel.
She's a mop?
No, she's not a mop. It's the janitor's closet. I made a mistake, so kill me.
And then some...
You know, we'll get those matching flame-retardant jumpsuits you've always wanted. You love those.
You mean the one where yours says yas and mine says queen?
Yas. Yas.
The subplot of the episode shows Psycho and Psy finding Psy's sister and reuniting the two, and the scene is the second best time of emotion. Overall, entertaining episode. 8 out of 10. I honestly don't have much to say about this episode. It's Harley and her crew's first day at the LOD, and it's, The episode's got some funny jokes.
Good attitude.
Hey, that's you! What did you say to Black Manta to elicit such rage?
Nothing Ray says.
Is your card the 3 of hearts?
No.
Fuck.
This is where we get approval for the use of Legion resources like goons and getaway cars.
And explosions!
I have no idea what the fuck explosions are, Bane. But we do have explosives.
Nah, she's changed. Think she's a big shot now. Hell, I know this pear tree survived 9/11. Now he's planted front and center at the Freedom Tower, and that motherfucker won't even call me back.
Harley is nothing like your 9/11 pear tree friend. And by the way, I know that tree, okay? He was a dick before 9/11, he's a dick now.
But what really drives it down is Harley going back to Joker. At first I felt this scene, but after sitting through the first 8 episodes and all the times Harley said that she was over him, this was just annoying, and seeing her crew leave her is so satisfying, to be honest. Also, Ivy gets kidnapped at the end of the episode, so there's that. 2 out of 10. Bensonhurst shows Harley going back to her parents' place, where it turns out they're after a bounty put on her by a fucking 16-year-old, and overall, it's okay. There's a couple funny moments, but I feel like the whole family thing just wasn't executed right. It's kind of hard to really care when you've only just met them, and then boom, they're done for by the end of the episode. And then they just don't show up at all for the rest of the season. With that being said, I would rewatch this episode because Frank is great.
I'm more about the fundamentals. Do not interrupt me. You're a dandelion weed. I'm a grown-ass plant. Harley, what happened to you?
Harley versus her dad is entertaining. Mob Leader is funny as shit.
Hey.
Gabagoo. All great suggestions for things we need to stop saying. Otherwise, we're just feeding a harmful stereotype. What are you doing? Slap you in the face. What are you doing? Get that out of your face.
Fucking bitch!
Hey, whoa. We can be respectful while killing her.
The Goon and Ivy scenes are great.
Geez, that's so nice. But if I did, I'd drop to 3 stars on Goon Review. And they say that's all you need. But once you drop below 4, you're dead.
Okay, so I will be getting out of here, so if you're not the one who's gonna let me out, I will have to kill you first.
Ooh, that really took a turn, didn't it?
And the Bane ending is kind of funny.
When you put out a hit, you pay in cash!
Okay, fine, I'll cancel it.
Already done, because I am this credit card's reckoning. I am cutting this card, and I am cutting it in half.
No, please, I hate when you do this, Bane.
These blades are dull.
Bane!
I will bend it!
Don't do that!
Too late! Do you think I want to be credit card paying man? I have dreams too!
Sorry, Bane. No, you're right. You're right. I shouldn't have tried to kill Harley. Oh, I guess I was just being impulsive.
Because you are young. The road to maturity is a long one, Joshua. Ah! God damn it! Who put that there? Blow up on the ground, you stupid office chair!
Also, Harley's grandma looks like old Harley from Batman the Animated Series, so props to that. 7 out of 10. Harley Quinn Highway shows the crew getting back together to go save Ivy. This episode has a lot of great jokes.
Don't worry. If there's any plants around, she's just another weak, helpless woman.
Who still has hams and the goddamn Second Amendment. Obviously, I support background checks and common sense gun laws.
The only reason I was there was because of you guys. But I won't forget again. So what do you say?
No. Never gonna happen.
No! Ivy's kidnapped!
What? Not Ivy.
We gotta save her! Yeah! Where the hell you learn how to give a speech? You put your thesis statement at the motherfucking top.
Stop verbalizing it. You're going to make me...
I do not know how you live with yourself.
Okay, he's burning rocks. I'm out.
It also has this, which I fucking love so much.
Now to find out how gross your face is.
Oh, shit! Dear God, we're Empire Strikes Backing it!
And it has another Mind Explore part, but it's very short. This episode does go down some points because Harley is still really fucking selfish in here. The emotion kind of fails, and the redemption scene just means nothing to me. Raoul's Scarecrow laugh, though, pretty good. Also, watching Sai turn into a car is fucking painful. 7 out of 10. Devil Snare is the second best episode in the season. You got a bunch of funny jokes.
Sweet Roosevelt's ghost acupuncture works. I'm healed, baby. Easy come, easy go. Oh, I'm seeing the light. Oh, my God. I didn't think I'd make it to heaven after what I did in, everywhere, I guess. Mostly Asia. I've never been this far above sea level before. All right, calm down, don't panic. Here's a surefire trick to combat way-up-a-phobia. Take a spot in the horizon and stare at it. Oh, wait, that's for seasickness. What are we, on a cloud now?
Oh, hell yeah. $30 if you put me in your pocket. What? I gotta type. You knew this.
The Joker coming back with a fucking anime reveal and a great theme. Harley getting called out for selfishness?
How do we not know about this?
Because you never asked. I mean, it's like, if it's not about you, you're not interested. I wasn't even trying very hard to keep it a secret. I kept coming home, reeking of kite, leaves in my hair. Didn't you ever think that was weird?
You seriously didn't know, Quinn? Show of hands for everybody who knew. Bingo.
And the best show of emotion in this entire season. Like, Ivy's death is so fucking good to this show's standards. Though I do wish that the episode ended on Harley's scream instead of lingering on for a bit, but whatever. Yeah, overall the episode's just Ivy and her crew trying to defeat trees, and then Joker back and he take over Gotham, and then Ivy died. 9 out of 10 need more tanks. The final joke is such a great final for the season. Most of the episode is spent with Joker getting the upper hand and winning every single encounter up until the end when Ivy comes back from the dead looking hotter than ever, and her and Harley fucking kill the Joker. Also, this episode has a lot of good jokes.
Make it stop! Oh my God! Wayne Tech promised an electric car by this year. I put a deposit down. Where's my goddamn electric car, Bruce? It's right before the live 80s cover band. Their version of Sweet Child of Mine is... it's okay. And now I'm doing this, which should be tons of fun, and I'm bored. What is wrong with me?
You're a sociopathic narcissist.
It was rhetorical, asshole! But I'm not happy. And do you know why?
Because you're a textbook sociopathic narcissist with a chemical imbalance in your parasympathetic nervous system?
Hey, that's what Batman said. Hey, Batman, she said the thing you said.
And Scarecrow dies, which was so unexpected. And overall, it's a damn good finale, and if they had just cut off the cliffhanger, it would have been a perfect ending to the show, to be honest. I would love to give this a 10 out of 10, but there's just some cases where the episode wasn't that enjoyable, so 9 out of 10. And that's Harley Quinn Season 1, which overall is not that bad. The voice acting by everyone is so great. Ivy is easily the best character in the show because she's kind of the output, the viewer inside the show, if that makes any sense. I also barely hear Raoul and Scarecrow's voice, which is so good. Most of the characters were handled great, including the ones that were changed. The only two I have a problem with are Harley and Joker. I get that they wanted to make Joker more obvious that he's a piece of shit abuser, but he just comes off so unlikable and annoying. Like, at least in the Batman animated series, you see Joker being an abusive piece of shit, but he's still likable. This one, it's really fucking hard. And Harley Quinn, this is where I have to bring up the possible Mary Sue point that anti-SJWs most likely have. Harley Quinn is not a Mary Sue, because if she was, she wouldn't be getting hurt, she wouldn't suffer consequences, and she wouldn't regularly get called out for being selfish. With that being said, This season barely makes her character any better, so she ends up being one of the worst ones. But that doesn't make the show or season bad, because I still enjoyed it, and like I said, I'm looking forward to watching season 2. I just hope that it improves on the major problem with the show, and that is its pacing. This show goes by stupidly fast every episode, that it can't take a moment to savor anything. That's why it ends up having only 3 good emotional parts, because those parts actually take the time to let you linger in the sadness. I just wish it would improve upon that and maybe take things a bit slower. If a plot like Harley's parents need to take 2-3 episodes in order to make the climax of it hit a lot harder, then I'll gladly take that over half an episode where everything's rushed and I have no emotional connection to any of them. But overall, I give season 1 a 7 out of 10. For the most part, it's enjoyable, and even in its down moments, it at least brings some funny jokes. But I just wish Harley had a better character arc and grew more in maturity by the end of it. But who knows, season 2 might be doing that. I guess I'll find out once it's over and I binge watch it twice for a review. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. What are your thoughts on season 1 or the show as a whole? Leave them in the comment section down below. There's social media is on the screen, in the description, in the comment section. I also make music, so links to that in the description as well. I'll also let you in on a little secret. My album is almost finished. Also, I have a Discord server where you can join and hang out, play games, gain money, claim waifus, and so much more. So if any of that interests you, the invite is in the description and the comment section. Anyways, hope you have a good day. Peace out.